Namaste, friends. We will start today's wisdom sharing session. Gautam Buddha was dwelling in a big meditation center in the city of Shravasti, the capital state of Koshala. A large number of monks and nuns used to come and learn meditation from him. A large number of householders, men and women, also came to learn this technique from him. There was also someone who used to come only in the evening discourses, but he never practiced the technique. He came one day, a little earlier, when Buddha was alone. He came to Buddha, paid respect, and said, "One question keeps on bothering me. And I hesitate to ask you when there are so many people around. Now that you are alone, please permit me to ask the question." Buddha said, "Please go ahead. There should not be any confusion in your mind as far as Dhamma is concerned." He said, "I've been coming here for a number of years, and I understand what you teach. It is good. But I examine the people who come here to learn, and I have noticed that some of them have really become fully enlightened. It is quite clear with their behavior, their lifestyle, their dealings. It is very clear that they are enlightened people. There are quite a few who are not fully liberated, but a big change has come in their life. I notice it. A big change for the better has come. Then there are people like me where there is no change. We are as we are. My question is that you are so powerful, you are so compassionate. Somebody coming to you and taking refuge in you, why don't you use all your power and compassion to liberate us? Why does somebody remain unliberated or half liberated? Please, this question bothers me. Buddha smiled. This is what he kept on teaching, but people do not want to understand. What can he do? So Buddha explained, but his way of explanation was always different according to the caliber of the mind of the student who has come. I belong to Magad, Rajgir. I've come and settled down here in the last few years. So Buddha then continued the questioning. He said, "Good. Having come and settled down here, have you severed all your relationships with Rajgir? You don't go there anymore, do you?" The individual said, "Oh no, I keep going there. I still have my relatives, my friends, and my business there. I go there every year. I go many times to Rajgir and come back." Buddha said, "I see you keep going from here to Rajgir, so you certainly must know very well the path from here to Rajgir, because you walk on the path so many times." The individual said, "Yes, I know the path very well." Buddha continued the questioning and said, "Now tell me, after having settled here in this part of the country, you must have made many friends. And out of these many friends, some of them have become quite intimate with you. Isn't that true? The individual said, yes, some have become very intimate. Buddha said, those who are very intimate, that certainly should know that you do not belong to this part of the country. You are actually from Magad, from Rajgir, and you have come and settled down here. They also must know that you keep going to Rajgir and come back every year so many times. The individual said yes. Then Buddha said, then these people know the path from here to Rajgir very well. The individual said yes. Buddha asked him, some of them must be asking you about this path. What kind of path is it? Do you keep it a top secret or do you explain? The individual said, I explained to them very clearly that you start walking from here, start moving eastwards, then you move this way, that way, you turn this way, that way, and you reach Varanasi. And then you could keep moving this way, that way, turn here, turn there. You describe, and then you keep moving this way till you reach Rajgir. I explained the whole path to them very clearly. So Buddha continued his questioning and said, that means everyone to whom you explain the path must have reached Rajgir. The individual was surprised. He said, how is that possible? If someone has not walked on the path, how will he reach Rajgir? And then Buddha said, young man, this is what I keep on telling people every day. People come to me understanding very well that this person is a fully liberated person. He has reached the final goal. He knows the path from here to the final goal. They come to me, they ask me, what is the path? Why would I keep it a top secret? I explain to them very clearly. This is how you walk. You will get to this station, then on to the next station. You keep walking, and you will realize the final goal. Some people just listen and talk about it and bow down 3 times, but will not take a single step on the path. So how will this person reach the goal? And what can I do? I have shown the path. My job is done. Somebody has started taking steps on the path. Somebody has just taken 1 step on the path. This person is 1 step nearer the goal. Someone has taken 100 steps on the path, and this person is 100 steps nearer the goal. Someone has taken all the steps on the path and has reached the goal. Buddha then explains, every individual has to take steps on the path. No one else can do that. No one else. If I am thirsty and someone else drinks water, will my thirst get quenched? No. To quench my thirst, I must drink water. If I am sick and someone else takes medicine, will I be cured? No, I have to take the medicine myself. So simple. Yet we don't want to work. We just expect some other supernatural power to be very kind to do something for us. It doesn't work. Buddha says it doesn't work. Each individual has to work out one's own salvation. Each individual has to take every step on the path. That's why Buddha explained, you have to work diligently, ardently for your liberation. Someone who has become Tathagat, liberated, will very compassionately point out the path to you. This is the path. He will just point out that this is the path. He can do no more. Everyone who has reached the goal can only point out the path. but each individual has to walk on the path. Everyone has to work out one's own salvation. The sooner we accept this, the better it is. One accepts that I have to work on the path. Every step I have to take to reach the final goal. Then the question comes up, what is the path and how to walk over it? He explained and he kept on explaining. This is what Buddha did his whole life. He kept on explaining the path, the Dhamma. Dhamma means the law. Dhamma means the law of nature. The universal law of nature which governs the entire universe. One has to understand what is this law? What is this nature? One has to understand if I break the law, I get punished. Then and there, if I live a life in line with the law, in accordance to the law, I get rewarded. I start moving towards the final goal of liberation. Someone came to Buddha and asked him in a few words, a few simple words, please tell me what is the path? I can't understand high philosophies. Buddha's response is really something worth understanding. Buddha smiled and said, Dhamma is not for high philosophies. It is for people to practice. So they must understand what it is. If they don't understand and simply play intellectual games, it does not help. Dhamma is always explained in very simple words. He said, this is the teaching of all the Buddhas. Gautam Buddha never said, this is my teaching. Buddha is not the name of somebody. Buddha means an enlightened person, a liberated person. His name was Gautam, and to become Buddha is not for only one person. Not only Gautam can become Buddha, anyone can become Buddha. Thank you very much for listening to the wisdom sharing session. If there is anything that you would like to share, please feel free to unmute yourself and switch on your video. And if there is anything that you would like to add to this wonderful story of today, narrated by Goenkaji in the Vipassana course, please do so. Thank you. Yes, Dattaji.
Very well explained. Very, very, very well explained. It has helped me very much. And it really tells the story, and the whole story applies to myself as well, that I have to work on it, and I'm trying it, but then step by step. So yes, thank you very much for enlightening us.
Yeah. Thank you. It applies to all of us. Rameshji?
Yes, Dineshji, namaste.
Namaste.
Very happy to be in the session and listen to this wisdom. Very beautiful. You know, these stories are like I become a kid when the stories come. It's really something connecting, and the way, you know, Buddha used to answer the questions with questions, and then how he led them into the answers. It's so beautiful. And you know, it is so, how do you say, so comfortable to listen this and understand that we don't need to see something up, but we have to walk the path. And you know, the path is already, the directions are already given, and this falls back into each one of our tasks that we have to walk. Buddha is not going to walk. We have to walk so that Buddha is not one person, but that we all become Buddhas. So we keep on listening these statements from all the masters, and yes, it's reconfirming, reassuring, making it simple that we have to walk and we have to become Buddhas. We all are here to become Buddhas. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Very, very well, Rameshji. Very well explained. And that is what Patriji has been telling us all the time. And it is a very appropriate, relevant message since we've just passed Guru Purnima. So very appropriate, very relevant. Guru Purnima's real meaning is walking on the path. And that is the biggest gift that we will give to Patriji or to Gautam Buddha or any of the masters. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. If there is anyone else who wants to share anything, please go ahead. Otherwise, we'll meet again to continue with the Vipassana journey next Wednesday. Thank you and namaste, everyone.